Good morning. Do you want to make hundreds of dollars selling your kid stuff at Sunflower Sprouts that they're not even using it anymore? Do you have kid stuff in every corner of your house? Do you think it's possible to make hundreds of thousands of dollars? No, hundreds of dollars, hundreds of thousands. Oh, it's not coffee, but I need to wake up. All right, we're going to talk about the amazing world of consignment and how it can bring value to your family. You might be here because you want to make a little money. You might be here because you want to save a little money. On today's episode, we are going to talk about making money by how we pricing and tagging our items. So that's what's coming up today on Tagging and Talking with Sunflower Sprouts. But first, let's unbox. Okay, so I love these mugs. They're my favorite merch that we have so far. Those cups, like the like, do we call them a tumbler? I don't know, like with the lid. They're not my favorite, but they're Adam's favorite. He has them in our cupboard and he uses them all the time, and he loves them. So, oops. Anyways, I like the mugs. So I'm drinking out of it today, not because I have something hot, but because I just love me a good oversized mug. And I'm kind of missing them in the middle of summer. I'm not missing the cold weather. I just want to clarify that and go on the record. I don't miss the cold. I saw a picture actually the other day of the cold. And it was like, hey, reminder, this is coming back. You don't really like it. I was like, no, yeah, you're right. All right. Okay, so we are unboxing. This is I don't know, surprise. Sea Creature series mystery plush. Here are the ones that I want. The starfish looks kind of fun. I'm a huge fan of octopuses. I don't really love octopuses. I just love Hank the Septopus, right? Do you guys know that about me in Finding Dory? He's one of my favorites. He's one of my favorite Disney characters ever because he's a oh shoot, what's the word? Like he's a character that brings us hope because he changes. Like he has a huge transformation, and it just reminds me that like I can change and people can change. Like we can make choices to be different. You know what I mean? And make better different choices. So last week I opened the lollipop. If you'll remember, I had a bunch of people and special guests that morning. Do you hear that this morning? Yeah, that's just a lawnmower. There's no children. You know why? Because they're at camp this week. Yeah, baby. They're at OLMC camp. They're at OLMC camp, Our Lady of Mount Carmel camp up in Volant. They're actually in Jen Hill's backyard this week, which I think is really funny and really fun. And they're playing in the creek, and they are like shooting arrows and being boys. I love it. There's girls there too, but the boys love being out there. So no one's home this morning. They already left. It's like one of those weeks where they need closed-toed shoes, and we don't. I think I saw what I got. Okay, so the octopus, you guys. Look how cute he is. Okay, he's legit. I don't know what I paid for him. I will find out because I got him at Sheetz. He's got glass eyes. He's really soft. He's made out of great material. He's actually shiny down here. He is a legit little stuffed animal. Like he's almost as well made as like a tie or like a a tie baby. They're called tie babies, right? He's just mini, right? And so then this is trash right here. It holds the box open. And then this right here is his little environment that he can live in. He's cute. I like him. He was worth it. I don't know if people would actually I could resell these things, but this is a fun one. I would get this for my kids. There's not a lot of trash. The packaging is usable. He's well made. He's not garbage. Like this is not garbage right here. I'm very impressed with these. Surprise, surprise. That's what they're called. I'm not saying surprise, surprise. So anyways, last week when the kids were here, we opened up a lollipop. Aw. Her name is Olivia. She is a common pull. Tyler the turtle is common. Stella the starfish is common. Naomi the narwhal is rare. That's narwhal, right? The one with the thing right here. Sophia the seahorse is rare. Mickey, I don't know what this animal is. I don't know. He's rare. Jerry, what is that guy? With all the tentacles. No. Oh, you don't want to touch him. Jellyfish. Jerry the jellyfish is rare. Dakota the dolphin is rare. Oh, I bet a bunch of girls want the dolphin, right? Amelia she's really rare. I don't even know what she is. What is she right there? That purple thing with all those. I don't know. Oh, the puffer fish. Bella is very rare. Sadie is very rare. This is so funny. I have a friend. Ellie has a friend too. They have an Amelia and a Sadie in their family, and there's both here. So interesting. I wonder how they get to name these, right? There's like the owner's kids. Christina is ultra rare. She's a crab. And I forget what this guy is too. I'm not going to remember. It's like that fish. Okay. Feels like it might be let's rewatch Finding Dory Day. Maybe I'll have it on when the boys come home from camp. And then they unknowingly, they sit down and then they just calm down and take a nap. Because I'm watching a movie that they'll watch, but they don't really want to watch. They'll fall asleep. Mom hack for you. Okay. So last week I opened a lollipop. I unboxed a lollipop with the boys. And turns out those things are a big deal. Those little desk pets. I did a little bit more research. You guys, desk pets are like a thing. I had no idea. None. I had no idea. It's so funny because I have boys, right? I'm sure if you're a girl mom, you're like, yeah, we know what desk pets are. Anyways, really funny. It was really funny because I cut one in half during the YouTube live to make a point of how cheap they were and kind of like how easy it is to rip them. Like how, I don't want to use the word fragile, but how fragile they were. And here Jonah was like cringing the whole time. I had no idea. Then later in the day, was it that day or the next day? Like we had this whole conversation. Apparently Tim steals them from the girls. That just means he's flirty, and that's how boys do it. They're weird. And then Gabe actually had one on his desk. I don't know, but teachers use them as like incentives. So like if your desk isn't clean and tidy, then the desk pet has to go to daycare. What was it? Daycare? Pet care? An adoption center? They have to go sit in like what we would call timeout, but I think they called it like daycare. And they had to stay there, and then you had to clean your desk and then make sure your desk stayed clean for a whole day because then the pet would be allowed to come back. What? And so it was a way to get them to keep their desk clean. And then like you could earn food for your desk pet, just like these little pretend pieces of food. It was really funny. It's really funny. All right. So I like him. He's cute. He was a fun pull. Probably one of my most, like he was worth it. He was my most, I don't know. He's has value. My most valuable pull. I don't know. There's more of those at Sheep. So if you love these, follow me in my stories. I had a funny weekend at the baseball field. I have discovered, what are they called? Something dudes. I don't think they're going anywhere because they're in the Series 1. And I was at Sheets again this weekend. I'm going to be at Sheets probably for the next 2 weekends, which is what I do in the summer. I'm okay with it. Like I said, don't let people fool you. I love baseball. I love watching my kid play baseball. Kids. We actually had a double win this weekend. So Matt was in a tournament and the twins were in a tournament and both teams won the championship. It only happened in our house one other time. Josh and Matt brought home championships on the same day. It was Father's Day a couple years back. It was a fun day. It's a fun day. It's a really fun day. We love it. It's so relaxing. I know you guys are like, that's so weird. It's really relaxing. One of the things I love about baseball, and then I'll get into the content of this YouTube podcast, whatever. tagging and talking with Sunflower. One of the things I love about baseball is that there's no clock. And so it's super leisure. You just sit there and enjoy yourself. You don't have to rush. You don't have to, you're not pressured. You just can sit there. We have shade, we have water, we pack coolers, or we go to Sheets. Like, we come prepared. We've been doing this for a while. We have great chairs. My chair is you know, I'm more likely to invest in a new outside camping chair than I am a recliner for my family room, because we sit outside more in our outside chairs than we do in our family room. And so, okay, so one more story, and then I'll get to the content. We have come into the world of the Blackstone. We have finally got a Blackstone. We had a couple of gift cards, and then with Father's Day, all in one, we wrapped up the whole package, and he got a Blackstone. For those of you who don't know what a Blackstone is, just spend a couple minutes on Facebook or Instagram Reels. They cook on them all the time. But it's a flat grill. Hibachi would be like cooked on a flat grill. And we love to grill. No, I love to eat food that has been grilled. How's that for a clarifying statement? My problem is I don't really know how to buy meat. I just never really learned. I've been meaning to ask my brother to teach me, to take me up to Henry's here in Cranberry, and hashtag not sponsored, but to teach me how to buy meat. And so somebody tried to teach me, one of my friends tried to teach me about cuts of steak a couple years back. And I listened, but I didn't really absorb any of it. But I love a good steak. And oh man, I love steak. And so I just haven't like learned really how to grill. And I don't really want to. I just want other people to grill for me, and I want to eat off of the grill. That's really what I want to do. So we got this Blackstone, and it needs like seasoned, and then it just needs a lot of care and attention. And there's a lot of prep before you go out and use it. And then there's after grilling care. You guys, we normally forget to turn off the propane tank. And then, if we're lucky, we turn off the propane tank and cover the grill at night when we actually used to have a grill. And so how are we going to take care of a Blackstone? I'm not convinced this is going to happen yet. I can update you if you're interested. I'm not convinced we're a Blackstone family, but we're trying it, and we're going to see what happens. So it might need to be resurfaced, seasoned. I don't even know the words I'm using. I do know that he tried to season it last night, but we're not even at home. That's the whole point of this. We play baseball. Like, we don't spend like Friday nights sitting around the bonfire and like grilling all weekend and next to the pool. Like, we're out, hanging out with sandwiches in a cooler. Anyways, we'll see. I'll report back. I'm excited, but I it's going to be a lot of work. And I'm just, you'll see if I knew more. So tell me if you have Blackstone. Tell me all your tips and tricks. I need recipes. Actually, Adam needs recipes. We need all your tips. And then we're going to need you to remind us to clean it off when we're done cooking, and then, put the cover on it. All right. Let's talk about how to make money with sunflower sprouts. You can make a lot of money with sunflower sprouts. Our average check, it's $300, $400, $500 is our average check in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh event. The Erie average is just a smidgen smaller right now, but it's still high. 50% of our consignors sold more than 80% of their stuff. So high sell-through rates. You're not making $50 when you sell with sunflower sprouts. So selling with sunflower sprouts is 5 easy steps. First, you're going to collect some goodies around your house that your kids aren't even using anymore. Then you're going to register for each of our events individually. And then you're going to price and tag your items for that specific event. You're going to drop off at that specific event, and then you're going to get paid for that event. And then the 5 steps start all over again for the next event. And so today and right now, at the time of recording, we are in the phase of pricing and tagging. So registration for both events have opened, both Pittsburgh and Erie, fall 2024. We'll talk about the dates at the end of the podcast, but they're also all over our social media and our website. So you can go check those out right this second. Pittsburgh, we have filled up. So our Pittsburgh event, if you want to sell with us, I recommend that you get on our wait list. Next week, we're going to talk about how to get off our wait list and what you need to do. So in order to do that, though, in order to get that information, you need to get on our wait list. Okay. Then once you're on our wait list, we are going to talk to you about how we process our wait list and how you can get off of our wait list. Okay. So we'll talk about that next week. So, and then if you want to sell in Erie, registration is open for Erie. And so that's another event that you can sell with us. So what we're doing now is we're registered, and now we're starting to price and tag our stuff. So don't forget to check the attic and the closets. Go find your snow pants. Go find your snow boots. They're probably not in the closet. They're probably in the mudroom somewhere, or maybe in a box in the garage. So go find those things. They're probably too small from last season. Sell your old ones. Get your new ones. Find the sleds, find all the winter stuff, all the hockey stuff, all football stuff. Go find all that now, collect it all, and then let's talk about pricing and tagging it, okay? So over the next couple of weeks, we're going to be talking about how to price and tag well, and how to just make a bunch of money with sunflower sprouts. And so there's ways that we suggest, things that you can do to maximize your paycheck, and we're going to just kind of talk about it. And so one of the things that you want to do first, though, is just evaluate what you're bringing. The reason that things don't sell, okay, so we have a 70% sell-through rate. Some of the reasons that things don't sell is, number one, people overprice them. Okay, so when we're in this price and tagging phase or step of selling with sunflower sprouts, we get very attached to our items, right? And we're like, oh my gosh, this is the toy that my daughter brought home from the hospital and she slept with it. And it just is so much. So I'm going to sell it for $52, right? Okay. So they overprice things. This is the Easter dresses get overpriced sometimes because I have family photos taken in it. Sometimes the baby accessories, people think that they're in a better condition than they actually are, So anyways, people overprice their stuff, or they're out of style. Okay. So if, you have an Easter dress from the 90s, it's not going to sell with sunflower sprouts, not for more than $2. Okay. Maybe those, maybe it's a little worn out. Maybe the shirt is pilling, or there's wear and tear on the bouncer. And so that's another reason that things don't sell. One of the other reasons things don't sell is there's just too much of that one item in inventory. So the biggest, one of our things that has the lowest sell-through rate, because we have so much of it, are our baby clothes, 0 to 12 months. We have limits. People push the limits. People bundle, and they bring an obscene amount of stuff from newborns to 12 months. And there's just too much of it, and it doesn't sell because there's just so many pieces there. And so, the other, I'm forgetting what the other example is right now. Anyways, so those are 4 of the top reasons that things don't sell with us. Or a combination of the top ones, but basically you want to bring the best of the best, right? And then you want to make sure that you're pricing it at the right price. We're going to talk about that more in just a second. So the second thing that you want to do to maximize your paycheck is just clean your stuff, right? If you have a wagon, I remember, and there's pictures of this floating around. I have a wagon that I just took it to the car wash and sprayed it down. You know what I mean? So that's one way, but just clean your items, put the clothes through the washing machine, make sure they're hung up. Maybe they're not completely wrinkled out of the bin. Make sure that they don't smell like smoke or have pet hair all over. Just clean them up a little bit before you bring them, right? Okay. So that's the second tip that we have for maximizing your paycheck, is just clean up your stuff. Okay, I'm having trouble getting my pricing guide to pop up here on the screen. It is on the internet. And actually, I did grab the wrong. Yeah, it's just not coming over. Oh, wait. I know where it is. My other one. Present. Here it is. Yeah, okay, it's at the bottom. Can you see it? Okay, so this is also on my website, but we really recommend that you price to sell. Okay. And so let's take a look at this graphic really quick. So the way to make the most money with sunflower sprouts is to price your things to sell. If you put the right price on it, it will sell and then you'll get paid. If it doesn't sell, you're not going to get paid. And your item is either going to go to donation or come back into your house. And you don't want it to come back into your house. You want to sell it. Remember, your goal is to get it out of your house, to sell it. You want it gone and you want to get paid for it. So if you price it to sell, then you're going to make money. Okay. So let's talk about that. So bargain brands, this is Faded Glory. You get those at Walmart. Garanimals, you get those at Walmart. Sometimes the Circo, you get those at Target, but these are going to resell for $1 to $4. Now we have a minimum of $2. So we're making a point here. $2 is our minimum price for our tag. So when you're pricing and tagging your items at Sunflower Sprouts, the minimum is $2. And the reason is because we're not, we don't want your junk. Like we can't sell things, your 50-cent trinkets. You know what I mean? It's a waste of a tag because you're going to go to all this effort to sell something for 50 cents. You're only going to make, 65% of that. So maybe you're going to make, 40 cents. I don't want to do that math on something that you spent time collecting and tagging, and then you wasted a tag. You only get 350 tags. So don't bring the little stuff, right? Bundle is one of the ways that you can bring that. So like, for example, if you have 2 pieces from Faded Glory, a t-shirt and a pair of shorts, bundle them together for $2, right? So 2 items for $1 each for a total of $2 for the bundle. Okay. We'll talk about bundling a little later in the season, but there's also a whole blog about bundling, and there's a bunch of resources on our social media and in seller support on how to bundle with Sunflower Sprout. Basic brands, something you get at Old Navy. You might have bought it for $15. These are going to sell for $3 to $6. Okay. So better brands, Hannah Anderson is very popular. People will actually go through the racks just looking for the Hannah Anderson stuff. Same thing with Gap, Nike, Under Armour, Children's Place, Gymboree. This is your meat and potatoes right here. These better brands. They sell for $4 to $10. Your Under Armour and your Nike, you're going to want to price that closer to 10. I remember your Hannah Anderson pajamas that have been worn for a couple seasons, maybe closer to $4. But I remember, so you guys know I have boys and they go through a lot of athletic pants. They love to wear athletic pants all winter long. And we got to this point in the season where one of them had a growth spurt. I don't even remember it might have even been Matt. And like we outgrew all of our pants in the middle of January. And I had to go into a brick and mortar. It was horrible, you guys. It had been so long since I had been in a brick and mortar to buy things at full price. I got into the brick and mortar and they were so expensive. The pants were like, I don't know, $20. And I didn't even go down to the mall. Like I just was right here in Cranberry. And I was standing there in this brick and mortar thinking, I am never going to question spending $10 for a pair of pants at Sunflower Sprouts ever again. Because I'll stand in Sunflower Sprouts in the aisle. I'm like, do I really want to spend $15 on this pair of pants? Yes, I want to spend $15 on this pair of Nike, athletic pants, because when I have to buy them in the middle of January, they're going to be way more expensive. And if I buy too many pairs, we'll just resell them next year. So, don't hesitate to put my point is, don't hesitate to sell your Nike and Under Armour sweatshirts and athletic pants for $10 to $15 because we'll buy them. Okay. All right. So the boutique brands, everybody loves when they can find a mini Bowden in the racks. They just love it. And those sell for a lot more. So those people go find them. We don't track things like that. Like we can't track all of our Hannah Anderson clothes. So we don't know what our Hannah Anderson sell-through rate is. We can't track our mini Bowdens to know what that sell-through rate is. But I promise you it's 100% because you can't, unless it's insanely overpriced and the seller doesn't mark it to discount, which we'll talk about here in a minute, then that might still be on the rack at the end of the day. But, or it's an old piece. Like if it's if it's like 5 years old, oh, here they come. One more. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to remove This one. It's so weird that they did this. This never happens. Okay, this one. This is what we're looking at right here. People love to find the boutiques. They love it. Okay, so you can charge more for things that are new with tags, that are in excellent condition, rare items, and like what would be an example of that? Like jerseys, or I'm thinking like Lego sets sell through. Oh, the Magnetiles sell higher price because they just disappear. Everybody wants to buy Magnetiles used. So those you can sell for more. I should make a list. Let's make a list. What is it that you like to buy that's rare? Ellie bought a pair of Hunter boots. I just found this picture. $14.50 for a pair of Hunter boots. Yeah, that's a robbery. Anything with the original box sells better, and then fancy stuff sells a little bit better, and you can charge more. You charge less for infant and play clothes, older toys, and maternity clothes because they're normally a couple seasons old, like a lot of seasons old. Okay, toys, gear, books, and everything else, 30% of retail price is kind of how you're going to want to price them in general. So you can get a little bit more for toys and gear and books is basically, but you just want to think about what you're willing to pay. So if you think you're attached to something, then, find a sister or a grandma or a next door neighbor or girlfriend and be like, how much would you pay for this banana? And they'll be like, I would only pay 5 cents for it. She's like, but I bought it for $1. She's like, yeah, but it's a banana and it's already brown. So 5 cents. So sometimes people can give you outside perspective. So the other thing too, this is the beauty of seller support. So we, if you're a consignor with us, we have a closed private Facebook group just for our consignors. You have to have a consignor number to get in this group. Trolls are not welcome. So we vet this group very tightly. We actually encourage that if you're no longer selling with us, that you jump ship unless you want to just kind of watch us still sell our stuff. So, anyways, you can go there. You can so we were talking about baby gates yesterday. Somebody wanted to know how much to sell their baby gates for. She wanted to sell for $20. She was worried that was a little high priced, but everybody reassured her that that's for that specific baby gate. That was a fair price and how baby gates sell because they do. Oh, it's the dryer. I was like, what do I hear? Maybe my oldest is home and he's turning over his dryer. Okay, let's go with that. Okay, so when we're talking about pricing and tagging, this is kind of our bread and butter. We really want you to kind of understand how to price your clothes and how to price your stuff and what you can get a little bit more for. Our last 2 tips for maximizing your paycheck is to bundle your items. We'll talk about that in a future podcast, and it's all over the website. And then also discounting your items. So when you look at our tag, this is our tag. You have an option to choose to discount your items. Okay. And that means that if you really don't want them back and you want to donate them, they're automatically going to get marked to discount. And here's the reason. If you don't want them back and you're going to donate them anyways, then you might as well sell them for half price and make something than nothing at all. Okay. So don't be greedy about it. Just sell it for half price. Let somebody get a good deal and get some money for it. So, that is a setting in the software that we use. So if you are donating your items, you have to discount them. People get very confused. If you are not donating, you can choose to discount, but you don't have to. So, but I will tell you, most of our VICs and everybody who has the highest paychecks discount their items. They choose to discount their items. And so what this means is on Friday night and Saturday and Sunday in Pittsburgh and Sunday in Erie, if it says okay, wait, I'm out of routine. If it says no discount, there's no discount. Everything else is 50% off. I gotta have a t-shirt made this season. If it says no discount, there's no discount. Everything else is 50% off. So, yeah, anyways, discount your items, let people spend 50%, get 50% off, Sell your stuff. Don't bring it back into your house, and let's make some money. So discounting your items is the key to making even more money and having a higher sell-through rate. Okay. There is some strategy people have, like if they think it'll sell for $8, then they mark it for 10 and then they discount it. So if it doesn't sell for 10, they at least get 5. So you just kind of figure things out, but you can ask people in seller support what they would do. And then like, again, you can ask some friends. So pricing and tagging doesn't have to be complicated unless you make it complicated. It's kind of your decision. You can overcomplicate it and overthink it. That would be one of my specialties. Or you can just price your things for, it's so funny. There's this one woman, she ran out of time and it was probably Saturday night. And so she made a tag that said, I ran out of time, and she put $2 on it. And then she made a bunch of them, which you can do. And they all get different item numbers. But then they're all the same description and price. And then she just tagged everything for $2. And it's okay because she didn't care. If you care, then, and you figure it out, then that's fine. That's the reason. The reason we have a description is in case you're the only reason that we have a description is in case your item gets lost from the tag. But if you don't care that it gets lost from the tag, then don't worry about it, right? And so she said, I ran out of time. Everybody got like really upset, but it was like she didn't care. And so she's like, if it gets donated, it gets donated. She was more likely to make $1 than just taking things to Goodwill or any other brick and mortar. So okay. All right. So that's 5 ways that you can maximize your paycheck with sunflower sprouts. And so let's just review them really quick. Mark your items to discounts, group and bundle your items. We'll talk more about that later. Clean your things. Where'd it go? Here it is. Evaluate your stuff. Bring us only the best. And then price to sell. That was the most important one, price to sell. So, all righty. So that's going to be the best way to make the most money with sunflower sprouts, making sure that you have great and fair prices. Okay. All right. That sounds good. Are you ready for fall 2024? Guys, I think the school supplies are in the stores. I think it's happened. July 4th has come and gone. So now it's basically 2025. This is when we start the Halloween costume conversation. Oh, go find your Halloween costumes. Pull them out. See which ones don't fit. And make sure you price and tag those bad boys. If you still have the bag that you bought them in, even better. I think I was talking about that when I rehauled the boys' closet. But that's a pro tip. So, all right, who's ready for the fall 2024? Pittsburgh is September 12th through the 15th. Consignor registration for the public is open, and we are currently on a wait list. If you want to know how to get off that wait list, get on the wait list and then join us next week. We'll talk about that. Resale tickets will be available soon. Follow us on social media for more details. Erie is going to be October 5th and through the 6th. Consignor registration for the public is open for Erie. Pre-sale tickets will be available soon. Follow us on social media for more information about pre-sale tickets. If you want to shop at our event and get incredible deals on shopping, head over to our website, get on our mailing list, stay up to date on when pre-sale tickets are going to become available. If you're ready to get rid of the kids' stuff that's taking up space in your house, get a box, get a bin, or just dump out a laundry basket, start collecting, and then register to sell at Erie or get on the wait list for Pittsburgh. All right, guys, I hope you have a great day. I hope your summer is going amazing. Stay safe, stay cool, be careful with this heat. And price your stuff to sell. Get somebody to help you. Give them their opinion, give you their opinion on how much you should sell that Christmas dress for and those boots. And then let's make bunches of money selling our kids stuff that they don't even use anymore. All right, I'm going to go eat my banana.